Perros en Acción. Tenemos el honor de presentar al señor Jorge Nallem en una entrevista exclusiva al reconocido juez británico, el señor Andrew Brace.
First of all, for the few people that don't know you, that I know almost everybody already know you here in South America, we would like to know how you were introduced in this world of dogs.
Oh gosh. Well, strangely, my grandfather actually showed wire fox terriers, but he'd finished showing dogs long before I was born, so there was no direct contact. But ever since I can remember, I've had a fondness for dogs. And when I was 11 years of age, and I won a place to go into the local grammar school through the exams, my parents said, okay, we must buy you something for getting all the exams. You have a new bike, record player, or they offered me all sorts of things. And I said, no, I want a pedigree dog or nothing. So I got my first pedigree dog, which was a boxer in 1963. And I became a junior member of the local boxer club and started going to all their shows. Unfortunately, I couldn't show my own dog because he only had one testicle. And this led to my father explaining to me a few basic things that I didn't know about at the age of 11. And I got more and more involved with the boxer club and then became more and more interested in more breeds. And I started judging at small shows, and then in 1977 I judged my first championship show, which actually was a total contrast to boxers because that was actually Pekingese. Because in the meantime I got more involved in the smaller breeds, and it's just grown from there. Obviously, doing more breeds, becoming a best in show judge, until such time that the actual, what was a hobby, became my life. I went into the publishing business and made my living out of publishing dog magazines, and ever since I was 11, it's just been an abiding passion with me.
Excellent. And then going to the show this weekend, we would like to tell us about how do you see the shows, the dogs, the presentation, the handling, how you see the dog scene in Latin America, in the different countries you have been, and in comparison with UK, what are the main differences?
Sure. As far as the actual 3 days of shows were concerned, not just because you're sat there, but the organisation was absolutely flawless. Everything was scheduled to the minute, everything happened on time, every little detail was taken care of. I had wonderful people in my ring. Irena was a fabulous steward, so we had all the support with the ring personnel, and you're very lucky in Latin America, because I think now your handlers have become so disciplined that you actually get them in the ring when they're called. You know, I judge in many countries and we'll spend 20 minutes trying to find exhibitors, which is not good for anyone's blood pressure. So from an organizational standpoint, yes, of course I was very impressed. On the last day, the build-up to Best in Show, I thought the atmosphere around the big ring was really something. And when the Cimarrons came on and everyone got swept away with this patriotic fever, I mean, I was almost beginning to get a tear there, and I'm not even Uruguayan. But it was beautifully managed, and I mean, built up to a great climax. As far as the handling is concerned, obviously most of the dogs now in Latin America are shown by handlers, and they do a great job. The vast majority of the dogs that I judged came into the ring. They were well handled, they had sound, steady temperaments for the show ring, they were clean, It was interesting that since I've been here every night, I've gone back to the hotel and put some photographs on my Facebook page, and of the best of breed winners that I've had that day. And it was interesting that several of my friends in the UK actually posted messages saying, my word, all the handlers look very, very smart out there. And they are. I mean, they do a great job. As far as the quality of the dogs is concerned, I mean, over the weekend I've had some beautiful dogs. Some are better than others, which is the same as in any country in the world.
Perros en acción. No cambies en el próximo bloque. Visitaremos a la señora Abigail y al señor Enzo Olivieri en su residencia ubicada en la ciudad de San Juan. Ellos nos relatarán sus experiencias como criadores de la raza Welsh Corgi Pembroke. Seguí siendo parte de Perros en Acción.